Today we're in Edfu, our last full day of the river cruise, and we're going to have a very short day here and then a long day at sea. Did I really just say at sea? I'm so used to being on the ocean. We're going to have a long day on the river today. We are here in Edfu today. It's a busy place. There's lots going on right here at the dock. Let me show you what I'm seeing. There's another river cruise boat right behind us. It looks like people are getting on that ship from an excursion. One of the Viking motor coaches. Looks like there's a little stall of people ready to sell us things right there. And right straight across we have a mosque. And it definitely has speakers at the top of that minaret for the call to prayer, because we heard that call to prayer pretty loud and clear this morning. We see lots of horse and buggies here in this town. That's new to us. We have seen some horses. We also see some tuks here, and we have seen that more out in the city, but not as much right in the downtown area. I'm assuming this is kind of downtown. There are more tuks, more horse and carriages. Looking forward to our excursion today to the Edfu Temple. This is different today. We're divided into 3 groups and going at different times. Okay, Group A has started to leave the boat. They're not going to be riding on one of the horse and buggies or anything. We have had security with us everywhere we go. The gentleman in the white ball cap is security for this group. And of course the hustlers are right there at the entrance, ready to sell you a t-shirt. I'm here at Edfu Temple. Mud brick houses covered this temple completely, so that's why it is so well preserved. They were stacked all the way up to the top 2 windows, from what I understand. At the entrance we had security. We had to scan our tickets. They did not require us to put our bags through, but they did have those screeners. There's a cafe here right at the very front. And there it is, our first glimpse of the temple. And there's how the mud bricks were, how tall they were. Here's the sign for Edfu Temple. There's a temple of Horus, a birth house, and of course we just saw the visitor center, and there is a water closet or toilet, nicely well marked here near the entrance too. This temple is dedicated to the god Horus, the goddess Hathor, and then the son. So most of the temples are dedicated to the father and the mother and the son of that particular god family. As usual, you've got either steps or a ramp. This is the birth house here at the first, and the birth house means that it is explaining how this particular ruler was born, how they were born and dedicated by the gods, that their father and mother were the gods, and that's why they're eligible to rule. This was built by Egyptians, but during Greek occupation time. So we'll have some Greek influence, but definitely some Egyptian influence, but no Roman influence in this particular temple. A lot more of the mud brick wall available here, really done much more modern looking mud bricks. Lots of dogs here guarding their territory. This is a little bit of entrance way before you actually get to the pylons of the temple. Here's a better view of the pylons now that I came over to the side. Very impressive pylons. These are the 2nd tallest pylons in Egypt. Let's take a look back at how we came in. There are some chairs here. Some people are kind of waiting around. But here is the pylons or pylons, and there are 2 statues of the god Horus on either side of the entry. Okay, we're going to enter. Look how tall. And there's the ceiling with the falcon wings stretched. So we're going to go through here now. Big crowd here in the temple today. In the hypostyle hall. We'll just do a swing around all of these columns, decorative pylons, more of the temple, lots of tour groups, and our guide trying to tell us some things in the meantime. As we get nearer the second main building of columns, there is a small bird god of Horus and a really tall, kingly looking Horus. Very, very well preserved. Lots of people wanting to get their pictures made of it. Just inside from the entrance, if you had turned right, this is the library. Every temple should have a library. Inside the next one, look at all that fungus on the ceiling. It's darker in here for sure, and crowded. Sometimes Horus is displayed as a falcon, and sometimes he has human form with a falcon head. There's a good example of that human form. This mural explains how to build a temple. The king is pouring sand, and then he is preparing the bricks, and then he gets a blessing from the god. Look at this symbol here. This symbol actually means recharge, which very much looks like the Wi-Fi symbol that we have now. We exited the temple, but we're still in the border of the temple. We're in the corridor around the temple. The body of the temple is to the right side, and to the left side is the interior of the inclusion wall of the temple. But the mud brick wall is outside. We came out a side door from the temple. Above the door you can see little monkeys. The monkeys are cheering because the sun has come out. Across from that door, you can see how the mud was. All of this area was covered with mud, and the houses on top of it, you can still see remnants of some of those houses that were built on top of all these mud walls. And this whole temple covered by the mud and the mud walls as the ground rose throughout the years, and it covered up the temple, and they just built houses on top of it. Pretty impressive what happens to our land over the years and years. Several of the river cruise ships contract with these horse and buggies, and they do the tour by horse and buggy. Our guide told us that that is an awful way to do it. The horse and buggies are not really safe. She's seen people fall out of them. They drive them really, really fast, and it's just not a comfortable way. She said she's very glad that we have a motor coach because they also are subject to all of the hustles, more so coming up to the horse and carriage than we would have. Edfu was our last Egyptian temple of the river cruise. This has been a wonderful experience, full of temples, full of hieroglyphs, lots of cartouches, gods and kings. It's been a great trip. I don't remember 10% maybe of everything we learned on this trip, but I bought a couple of books. Maybe it'll help refresh my mind as I go back and review it. This is Shirley with Shirley's Journeys, and I hope all of your journeys are pleasant ones.